Hey folks, I've been working on a proof of concept build for the new rune enchantment, trigger a socketed fire spell on hit with a 0.25-second cooldown. If you watched my last video, we found out that it only works with the axe attacks specifically. So I put together a cyclone build. I saw a little bit of footage of that at the beginning there. And yeah, we're running elemental or tornado of elemental turbulence, purifying flame, and empower in here. We get the +1 to the empower, so that's a +3 level empower. And then we're running a Squire shield as well, so we get Spellblade, increased crit damage, and elemental focus as well. So all in all, 2 gems getting procced here, and a lot of damage going off. Basically, you cyclone in, start proccing purifying flame, and then get some tornadoes out. The tornadoes kind of chase the mobs down that you don't kill immediately with purifying flame. Feels really good for mapping. And yeah, so let's go through it real quick. And then at the end of the video, I'll just put that full map so you can kind of see how it feels to play. Running shrines and rituals right now, and this build is really good for ritual because you can just do a big massive amount of AoE, and you've got a lot of like life regen and whatnot as well. Okay, so basically I'm using the cyclone to proc it. Cyclone, additional accuracy, faster attacks, power charge on crit, and increased area of effect. Just basically all utility links. And then I've got my shield charge on that as well, just to save some space because I'm struggling for sockets. And then we've got Blood Rage, Eternal Blessing, Frostblink, and Purity of Elements. I'm going Blood Magic, so we're running Purity of Elements with Eternal Blessing. And then we've got Vitality, Precision, Blood and Sand, and Petrified Blood as the other auras that we're going. We're not going Low Life because it's just too far away on the tree. We're just like slightly above Low Life so that we can kind of get like the Overleech effect from Purifying Blood. And then I've got Fire Leech on gloves just to get that going. Although it's not a very good roll right now. I have to like improve these later on down the road. Okay, and then what else is left here? Then we have a Steel Skin, Phase Run, Assassin's Mark, and Automation setup. And I'm just self-casting the Assassin's Mark on like really tanky things. But most things are dying, and I'm not really using it too much. Just like bosses and the Wildwood monsters that you get in Ritual that I'm using it on mostly. We're using a Flow Untethered to get cooldown recovery rate, and then it also gives you the Harbinger of Time, as this guy here, he like casts increased action speed aura on you every once in a while, and it makes you be able to like shield charge around pretty quickly. And then like that in combination with the cooldown reduction gets your Frostblink cooldown pretty low as well, just pretty nice. All right, as for the tree, just going to go through some basics here. We're taking Forbidden Flesh, Forbidden Flame to get Instruments of Virtue. This is super cheap. It cost me 50C for the 2. Nobody runs this, so yeah, it's just dirt cheap. If you ever have a build that can utilize Battle Mage in some kind of way, then, you know, that's just a really cheap, easy upgrade. Alright, then we've got the Purifying Ground, and then like Purifying Ground for our Energy Shield. And then we've got the Crit and Ignore 10 with crit nodes. This stuff here is pretty standard for like a crit elemental inquisitor. We're converting all of our damage into elemental. I'm converting most of it into fire. So I'm taking this node here for conversion, and then I've got a conversion roll on my gloves as well. And then basically all the rest you need to know for this. The only like weird stuff I'm doing here is I'm taking these like minion nodes here because the tornado does like a bunch of different types of damage, not just fire. So that's why I take this, and then I take this for elemental damage as well. And I'm only really taking this cluster here so that I can get this Fire Mastery node. The crits can't ignite, but you get increased damage with hits against ignited enemies. The Cyclone has fire damage on it, and you just have like some generic chance to ignite on the build, so you just get that up pretty much all the time. And then this cluster here also has Area of Effect, which is kind of hard to come by, but also kind of necessary. And then, and then one other thing for Area of Effect, I'm anointing Master of the Arena for Area of Effect for my Cyclone specifically. It gives you 0.3 meters to melee strike range, which for Cyclone gives you 30% increased AoE, actually. Another thing I'm doing here, I've got the red dream to get endurance charge generation, like at the beginning of the map. It also gives us some pretty decent damage too. 10% fires extra chaos works really well with the purifying flame. And then I've got the mod on my chest, the gain endurance charge every 13 seconds to like keep that endurance charge going. And I've got a precursor's emblem here that gives me endurance charge duration, and that just like saves me 2 points in the tree. Like otherwise, I have to take this and this to keep the endurance charges up, but this saves me 2 points, and it gives you can't be stunned too. So this is like GG. Like it's just such a nice ring. Gives you a lot of value. All right. Oh yeah, very important that you come down here and you take all of this stuff because we're going blood magic. This just gives you reservation efficiency, which you need to run all the auras that I was talking about at the beginning. Then the rest of this is basically just life and life regen. All right, that's it for the build. I'm gonna do like a full build guide that like goes through everything in a lot more detail later on down the road. But as you can see, I still have a lot of things to upgrade. Like these are only like level 19 gems, and like I don't have quality on a lot of things. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll throw a video of me doing a map at the end of this, and then you can kind of see how the build functions in a map. And it's very nice. Now you're cycloning through everything, which gives you kind of like phasing. You can like just run through the map so quickly. Yeah, really nice build. Really fun. The only downside of this build is that it's obviously very expensive. This craft costs about 8 div. This shield is about 7 div. So there's 15 div right off the bat. Then you've got an Astra Mentis and a precursor as well. Like this build is a very expensive build, and I wouldn't recommend it to new players because these items are hard to get a hold of. Also, something like this doesn't really exist. You kind of have to craft it yourself to get like the +1 and to get the 2 mods that you want on there. And then, actually, ideally, I could save a lot of points on my tree for accuracy and not have to run the accuracy node if I had an open prefix and I could just craft the can't miss mod on here. That would be like a huge increase in defenses, because what I would be able to do is I could get rid of 4 nodes and just pick up 4 life nodes. So yeah, that would be big. All right, I'll end it there. If you like the video, please like and sub. Trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark, and we're getting kind of close. So yeah, if you like the video, like and sub. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.